Get that ass thing.
Never gonna happen.
Imagine being his wife. Like, are you buying me one or no? Like, what?
I highly doubt it.
It's
It's a
the
bad.
Yeah, no one's giving it to you.
People like DSP are why we can't have nice things.
Mhm.
People like DSP are why we can't have good actual launches where everybody ends up with a Switch. Because of greedy, selfish people like Phil who believe that they're special and they deserve to have more is why we have terrible launches like this. And people end up being left out or having to buy scalped consoles because people like Phil believe they're above the rules and that they're anointed by God to have more.
What a piece of shit.
Backup. Because remember, when I bought the Switch 1, it bricked within 24 hours, and I was stuck without a Switch for several
Well,
months.
that's what you deserve.
Oh.
And listen, when everybody Switch 2 bricks at launch, it's what we all deserve for paying the Nintendo tax. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Straight up.
Because of that. To have the backup is absolutely awesome. Okay?
Oh, hang on. I'm going to give it away.
So wait,
But-
you
but-
weren't going to
but-
give it
yeah,
away?
but I'm
and
gonna have
you
a
weren't gonna
backup.
You weren't going to give it to Kat. You were just going to have it sit in a closet and collect dust.
A
And
backup?
It's $500 US plus tax, Phil. And every day you're crying poor, Phil.
But how do you go, I might give it away, or I'll use it as a backup? So you're using it as a backup.
Yes.
Right.
That's a great thing. So it's like, not only did I get one, I lucked out and was able to get another one. All right?
You lucked
But
out.
my problem is very
Yeah.
simple. I still to this day try to maintain a level of normalcy.
Oh my.
So because I did this
Phil,
online,
There's nothing normal about you, Phil. Stop, please.
immediately my
In normalcy. That's right. Eating dinner on
Like,
stream.
But this guy genuinely thinks he's like Timothy Chalamet or Jack Nicholson or Michael Jordan or
Yeah,
whoever
Leo,
the
DiCaprio,
hot young dude is that everybody, when they're in public, they're just swarmed by people. He thinks he's Taylor Swift. Let's be real. He thinks like he's a worldwide mega superstar sensation that just can't go out into public. It's like, no, Phil. You're a fucking nobody jabroni. Nobody cares about you. Stop being so anxious and stressed all the time. But what if? Just shut up, Phil. Just go live your life.
Yeah.
my online stalkers decided to ruin it for me. And basically, here's what happened, okay? It went through.
By the way, guys, he's the only one who has A-logs and trolls, right?
Done deal. Payment was charged. Everything good. So we went back to the stream. And I completed, as far as I could, this build. We hit the goal.
Look at
This
him
is
there,
embarrassing.
man.
This is
Look at his guy liner, bro. This guy wears makeup. He's gay.
Look at him here.
Holy, it's not completed, Phil.
As much as I could.
Close. Like,
So that's great. Now we hit 30 goals hit, which means we're doing the Chipotle DSP tries it today.
Guys, wait till you see that. Can we just watch that real quick? In between this? Ash, the Chipotle?
no, let's
you
get
want to
through
save
this.
it? Okay, fine.
We're gonna watch it tonight. We're gonna do a
We're
lot
doing
of
everything.
Phil
No, I'm just so excited. I know. I'm getting ahead of myself.
All right. And then basically around 9:45-ish. All right. I logged off. I said, all right, I got to get going. Now, a few things actually happened that you guys aren't aware of. Number one, because I bought the two Switch 2s, one of them went to my bank account, and I tried to do it for the second one, and my bank account thought it was a fraudulent
Wait.
transaction.
So you're saying the second one, it fucked up? I wonder why.
I wonder why, but this is untrue. Like, this is untrue. By the way, it's like your bank account was frozen for a transaction from Walmart.
No.
Like this is the thing is this guy we know right well is spending thousands of dollars a week on WWE champions. $100 card pull after $100 card pull after $100 card
You're
pull.
right.
So it's not as though, oh my God, it's this giant transaction we never see. He dumps that much money into a mobile game once a week at least. So it doesn't make any sense that they would freeze his bank account over a $500 transaction from Walmart. But okay, let's accept. Is it insufficient funds? Like, what happened,
That's
Phil?
fun. Yeah.
Transaction and froze my account. So I had to contact the bank to get the account unfrozen.
Wait. You contacted the bank at night?
I mean, it's possible. Sometimes they, depending on your bank, they may have
Okay.
24/7.
All right. We'll give him benefit of the doubt. We'll give him benefit of the doubt.
It was really stupid. Okay.
Like during his stream, I mean? Was he live or no?
He was live, yeah.
Wait, so that's what I mean. Like, when?
Yeah, wait.
You're on hold for half an hour to an hour, minute?
Because you confirmed that you had 2 Switch 2s.
Yeah.
That night. All right, let's hear him out.
Okay, because this doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Oh, after a stream he called?
Well,
The other one
that's what he was saying is he was on the line with them during the daily wrap. And he's like, you might hear this noise, and we didn't hear anything, but okay, he called them during the daily wrap.
Okay, fair enough.
Went through a different payment method. All right. That's how I got both Switch 2s. So actually the orders were
So he used different payment methods to scam the Walmart terms of service into allowing him to order 2 Switch 2s. But my question is, Phil's not allowed to have a credit card because he's bankrupt.
Wait.
So, like, what was the second method?
Credit card.
It must have been his wife's credit card he used, if any of this is even true, because with Phil, it's always a lie.
Ooh.
Nobody freezes a fucking debit card. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, for a purchase. Let's mega for a sub. Thank you so much.
staggered. One checked out at one point and one checked out at another point via different payment methods. Okay. So as soon as the stream went offline, I had to sit and wait on hold. All right, for like 40 minutes in my bank.
Oh no! The world's smallest violin. You had to sit on hold for 40 minutes. You didn't have to sit on hold. You could have just accepted that you weren't getting a second Switch 2, Phil. You know, it's a children's toy at the end of the day, Phil. And this is a really first world problem. Oh, woe is me. I had to sit on hold.
But 40 minutes is pretty is decent for the middle of the night.
Yeah, fuck.
Like, stop.
To get the bank account unfrozen so that I could do other things and pay bills and things. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Paying a bill. Shut the fuck up. Paying a bill on the 23rd? What bill?
So
I just don't believe anything he says.
Bill.
I don't believe anything he says.
What's happening? I'm doing other things. I actually filmed the daily wrap, and the first daily wrap I filmed was like triumphant. Wow, what a great day. We had an amazing stream of Oblivion, and we hit my goals. We built the Lego, and we hit the goals. I got my Switch 2's pre-order. Amazing day. So I finished recording that, all right? And I was actually about to start like uploading while I was on hold with my bank, and all of a sudden, I get an email, and it says, "You have successfully canceled your order." And I said,
"Whoa!"
Can we see the email? See?
Sorry.
Can we see the email, Phil, that says this, that your orders were canceled? Because you had no problem showing us the initial order number. So can we see any proof of any of what you're saying?
Yeah, you're right. You've already showed us the email with your address on it.
Exactly.
You may as well show us
your
this
credit card number, like.
And I started reading the email from Walmart, and it says, "Congratulations, you have successfully canceled your Switch 2 pre-order." And I looked at it.
Hold on. This is going to directly contradict his later statements where he says that he watched in real time somebody adding items to his cart,
well, you're right.
items, and then canceled it right in front of him. In this version of Phil's story, he saw the email, and that's how he learned. But in the later version of the story, he watched them cancel it right in front of him. I'm pretty sure. Which doesn't even make sense, because if somebody changes your password, it logs you out. You don't just get to watch them add and take stuff out of the cart.
You're right. When, no, seriously, you're right. When he talked about that part, about seeing it in real time, I'm like, what do you mean real time?
Wouldn't you get there, but it's similar to.
But wouldn't you have to like refresh it? Wouldn't you have to refresh it to see the cart changing? It isn't like auto refresh.
He claims that they changed the password, which would sign out his session.
Yes.
And then he would also have an email saying his password was changed. Or that there was suspicious activity, which he doesn't show any emails or any proof of any of this.
Wow.
It was the first Switch 2. The one that was the base unit, not the bundle, but the first one that I had checked out.
Who calls it a unit?
And paid for. And I said, obviously, I did not do that. So the first thing I did is I logged in to my account, okay? The thing is, I have various ways to log into everything. I make sure that I'm not limited to only one way, all right? So I have all these backups, these, safeguards, so that I can log into things multiple different avenues.
Wait,
so I logged.
What is he talking about?
I gotta hear that again.
Like, so you can log in on your phone and your computer,
your iPad, and
this like a cybersecurity expert, Dark Side Phil, is going to walk us through.
It gets hacked in one night.
I did not do that.
Yeah.
So the first thing I did is I logged in to my account. Okay. The thing is, I have various ways to log into everything. I make sure that I'm not limited to only one way.
Okay.
Right? So I have all these backups, these, you know,
I don't
safeguards
know if
so that I
anybody
can
else that would say like being able to log into your phone is a backup or safeguard. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
log into things multiple different avenues. So I logged into my Walmart account to find out that someone had access to it.
please imagine having a Walmart account. By the way, he has an account at Walmart. Which, by the way, he says that he hates Walmart. He refuses to shop at Walmart. He says they're an evil, greedy corporation. Now, mind you, he shops at Amazon all the live long day, right? Even though they're just as evil, if not more evil than Walmart. You know, but he talks about how evil Walmart is. But then he purchases his Switch 2 at Walmart. So his ethics just go right the fuck out the window. Maybe this is karma for ordering from Walmart, Phil.
Okay? And I could tell because
By the way,
they changed the
his,
password.
his hatred of Walmart has nothing to do with business practices or ethics or anything like that. The reason Phil doesn't like Walmart is because he doesn't like the class of people that shop at Walmart.
Whoa.
Phil is similar. He's like, you know, they say on Fox News, the smelly Walmart shoppers. That's what he thinks. And that's why he goes to Costco, because he believes that he's like a rich man because he can afford the $60 a year to shop at Costco or whatever. It's pathetic.
And he hates the color blue.
Oh, man.
on the account.
Sorry, that was
Okay?
retarded.
In addition, they started messing with the account, meaning they were adding and removing things to my cart.
Guys, what the fuck does that even mean? Like you don't see that live.
No.
So I'm thinking, how could this possibly have happened? All right. And as I'm doing that, trying to figure it out, they canceled my second Switch 2 pre-order right in front of me.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Right,
whoa,
that-
whoa, wait,
that
wait.
didn't happen.
Ash,
That
wait.
didn't
Ash,
happen.
hang on, there's a lie here. Virgil watched the live. He was using a guest account when he was up fucking doing the Switch 2 orders live. It was a guest account.
Oh my God! What the fuck? Whoa! Whoa!
Like 8 lies
And
in
I'm like,
one.
Wow.
And I'm
Wow.
like, what the fuck? Are you fucking serious?
Well, this is pretty messed up. So, of course, I try to contact customer support, and I tried to get them on the phone, and I'm not even kidding. They hang up on you. You call and you get to the automated system, and you go through, and you say, okay, I want to talk to a rep because none of your automated options are going to help me here. And they say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you just said, and then the phone hangs up. And I tried it 3 different times in a row, and that's how they treat you on the
Wanna know
line.
why?
They hang up.
You want to
I
why?
love-
Because
I
they're
love how
Switch 2.
I love how every simple task, though, is so hard for him. And it's as though it's like personally designed to only inconvenience him, as though nobody else ever has any problems calling into customer support.
Well, I've never been hung up by a Walmart, so.
Up on you at Walmart. Do you see why I don't like to do business with Walmart?
Wait, but then why did
Well,
you?
then why did you do business with Walmart, Phil? Well, it's
And I
all
said
of the
this before,
companies
they're just
have
a really
issues
bad
with
company
customer
to deal-
service. I don't believe that Walmart's a really bad company to deal with. Walmart has one of the best customer return policies ever. Like, it doesn't even matter, I found. Like, even if you opened the fucking box and fucked around with it, whatever, even if you don't have a receipt, these motherfuckers will take it back. Like, I don't know. Like, within 90 days, you know, like, they'll always take it back. I fucking return shit without receipts there.
Yep.
So I don't believe that that's true.
I just steal. I'm kidding. I don't steal. I'm just talking. Don't steal. I'm just talking.
Deal with. So I ended up going to their chat service, okay? And going through their chat service, of course, you talk to someone at a customer service center on the other side of the planet, but they're doing their best to help you.
Wait. Here we go. Okay, sorry.
Oh, sir, my Switch 2 has been stolen, sir. The Detractors, sir. Do not redeem, sir. Do not redeem, sir.
I had that ready for like 5 minutes.
So I start to explain the
Now,
situation.
okay,
All right.
I just want to find, like, did Memology cut off the part where Phil talks about, I don't know if we're at that point or past it, or it's still coming
I've
up.
seen this. Which part are you talking about?
What, with the divorce papers?
Oh, I don't know if I saw that in this one.
So Phil claims that the Detractors attempted to file a divorce in his name, like divorce him from Kat. And it's like, first of all, that's fucking impossible.
Yeah,
like, it would never actually go through. Second of all, do you have any proof, Phil? Because this is like the craziest thing in the world, man. To claim that people tried to file a fake divorce for you. Like, did this really happen? If he had any proof of this, he would have showed it and cried until the cows went home.
Right? And of course, they're utterly confused. They don't know if I'm contacting them to complain about the orders canceled. They don't know if I'm contacting them to find out how someone has access to my account. So they're, their head is spinning. And this is just someone in a call center who's trying to help me basically with a notebook or step-by-step instruction fact on how to deal with customers, and they don't have any idea how they're supposed to help me. Okay, they don't. So basically, they had to go get their supervisor involved. And after a lengthy discussion, here's what we verified. Someone contacted Walmart, basically saying they were me. They had my name, my address, my phone number, my email, public information.
No,
Not
but
should be public
Phil, notice what he didn't include. The order number that he showed everyone on stream. So he's refusing to take any responsibility for this at all, saying it wouldn't have mattered that he showed the order number, his email address, his address, and the last 4 digits of his credit card. That had nothing to do with any of this. It would have happened no matter what, that the detractors would have brute forced their way into his Walmart account to cancel it, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
And we know from the receipts we saw at the beginning that that's not why the order was canceled also.
Information. It shouldn't.
Yeah, and he showed his gate
is.
code also. He actually showed the gate code for his gated community.
Really?
Because it was in the delivery instructions for when they brought him the Switch 2.
Oh.
They need the code to the gated
What an
community.
idiot! Prank! No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But that's retarded. Why would you do that?
Because
By the way, guys, I hate to I'm gonna let you all know this. Don't open emails live ever. All right?
No!
people doxed me 10 years ago, right? My address and phone number were doxed by trolls on the internet a long, long time ago, and it never should have been public information, but it is. Okay? So, should Walmart have been able to grant access to a
God's
third
honest
party?
truth, though, is it was always public information because it's in the fucking phone book. Anyway.
With that information? No, and I confirmed that. They absolutely should never have done that. It should have only been done via the methods that I have set up, including, like a text message code or an email to a different unassociated email address.
He's trying to claim that they magically bypass two-factor authentication, which is impossible. Okay.
With a confirmation code, or using a third-party app to have a specialty authenticity code, all these methods. But someone who works at Walmart wasn't that smart and said, oh, I'll just believe you. And they sent the person through, I think it was like a chat, the authorization code, which you're not supposed to do.
Wait, that doesn't make sense.
Hold on. This is crazy. The authorization code is supposed to go to your cell phone. You know what I'm saying? So, how did the employee get the authorization code? It doesn't add up.
What?
It doesn't add up. That's not how it works. I've worked in call centers before. And if it's two-factor protected, there's nothing you can do. Maybe it's different at Walmart, but I doubt it.
So my account was socially engineered. Because when people say, what does social engineering mean? It means that despite the fact that you have things in place to stop
Listen, this is ridiculous.
Well, Zeiser says you
Unauthorized
can get
access.
past two-factor. If you clone a phone, you could. But, that's nearly impossible to spoof a phone. It is possible. It does happen, but holy.
some moron does the wrong thing because they believe a lie.
But the sad fact is, there's
so
morons.
I want to point out also, had Phil lost access to this account, and he was told by the customer service rep that there was nothing they could do to get him back into the account, he would also be flipping his shit. So it's there's no way to win with Phil. Do you know what I'm saying? If it was really strict to where nobody could ever get the benefit of the doubt, he would cry when it inconveniences him. You know what I'm saying? And if it's easy to get in, he'll cry if it inconveniences him too. It's just always about him, and it's always crying.
Who bought that?
Someone says they're someone else and with very basic information tries to prove it, and an employee is just dumb enough to believe it and does something they're not supposed to do, granting access to that unauthorized party. So someone was sent a code that they were not supposed to be sent. They then logged into my account. They canceled the...
Wait. Where
is the email for the unauthorized access?
When a code is sent, it's text message or email. They wouldn't send your authorization to a new email or a new phone number. That never happened.
I just don't believe that would happen.
No, it's impossible. It's literally impossible.
But even if it did, right, they would still send you an email saying new login detected or suspicious login detected.
Or reset password or
unless
something.
Walmart is still in the cybersecurity level of 2005.
There's no way.
Which I don't think they are with as massive as a company as they are. This wouldn't have... Phil, show us the email showing the unauthorized login. Show us the email of the password being changed. He can't do it because it doesn't exist. I can't show it because it'll hurt my family. How?
Switch 2 pre-orders. They changed the password on the account, and then they were in
Where's
the
the proof?
process.
Where is the proof of the password being changed? It would have an email would have been sent to you saying the password was changed.
Yeah.
Listen to how crazy this whole thing is.
And by the way, if you like, oh, I don't want to show that email, it's going to hurt my family. You showed the email with your address and gate number.
Yeah.
Even we censored that out.
Of adding things to cart because they were going to try to buy things that I didn't want to screw with my money. So basically,
Why didn't they?
Wouldn't they? Wait, I thought they did, though.
But how were you able to change the password back?
Also, did you phone the bank and call like for fraudulent behavior and get your refund back?
Did he call the cops? Because if somebody did this, it's probably not that hard for them to find out who it is. Like, I don't know, maybe it is or isn't. But what, did he call the cops?
What did he buy? Is it being shipped to your house?
They didn't even delete the account. A troll might have deleted the whole fucking account.
Yeah.
Like, why would a troll? I don't know, man.
I got control of the account through the real methods that you're supposed to use. I was able to change the password, and by setting up another level of authorization, it kicked them out. So they don't have access anymore. They were literally like removed, kicked out, timed out of their session on the account. And now I have access and ownership of the Walmart account again. Not that it makes any difference, because of course, once all of that happened, I said to the customer service, well, what do we do now? And they said, there's nothing we can do.
Okay.
What?
Switch 2 sold out. You're out of luck. The best we can do is give you a credit on your account, which they did. They actually gave me a
Pause.
The
A
guy is
credit
crying. So they gave you free money, Phil, and you're complaining that they gave you
How
free
much?
money.
You don't believe that?
And he
do
won't
you?
even say, he doesn't even say how much.
Was it $100? Was it 50?
Was it, because like if it was $100, that's pretty good compensation, Phil. But there's no proof for any of this, and there's no numbers named.
Buddy.
credit against my account. Like, what's the point of that? I'm not getting the Switch 2. So for your inconvenience,
the credit is, do you understand you can pretty much get anything at Walmart? Why don't you order $100 of groceries through fucking Walmart, or $25 or $50? It sounds pretty good to me. To be honest, what else can they do for you? There are no more Switch 2s.
I'm going to say, no, Ash, they wouldn't give you a credit for that. They wouldn't give you a credit for a pre-order day where millions of people are trying to buy the same thing. That didn't happen.
There's a credit to your account, and we'll let you know when the Switch 2 is back in stock so that you can order it. That's what they say. Oh, well, we'll put you on the list, and you'll get a notification from us when the Switch 2 comes back in stock. So let me get this straight. Someone at your company
Yeah,
is a
let's
dumbass.
get this straight.
And
what do you mean they're, oh my God, Phil. It's
Is
always
what?
somebody else's fault.
put you on the list, and you'll get a notification from
What do you say?
us when the Switch
He's
2
saying
comes
the
back.
employee is a dumbass. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah, it's not you showing your fucking info on a public stream where you have trolls.
Or, he ordered 2 and it was canceled for that reason. Or, like thousands of other people, the order went through and was canceled later because they didn't have the inventory to fulfill it and it was a mistake. So Phil, stop crying. You're not entitled to a Switch 2. And this rant gets so crazy over what is, in effect, a children's toy.
So let me get this straight. Someone at your company is a dumbass, and through completely illegal means, granted access to my personal account and information, even though they weren't supposed to. And the thing you're going to do for me is give me a few bucks. That's tough, man. That's very,
How many
very tough for
dollars?
sure.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds like a real way to...
If this story was
Oh
true,
my God.
he would say the exact amount.
By the
Go
way,
ahead.
fans since Heavy Rain for $5 is saying 45 minutes into Phil's stream, he's at $1 out of 150.
No way.
And he only has 100 people watching tonight. Ooh.
Hang on.
Surely not, Philip. Surely not. Now, that was 10 minutes ago. The situation may have improved since then from being only $1. That's pretty bad. He's at $6 now.
And he's switchless.
And he's switchless.
I'm going to pin that. That's funny, Josh. He's switchless.
treat the customer, doesn't it?
Switchless.
But again, I am the exception to the rule. I am the
We're doing the unboxing on the day of.
Oh my God.
I'll have the capture card ready for us to fucking show it off.
person who has this stuff happen. 99.9999999% of the populace, this would never happen. And by the way, for the record, this person was trying to do this from the moment that I ordered the Switch 2s, which was around 9 p.m., till past 10 p.m. Like, it took them a while to find someone who was gullible enough to believe them and give them access to the account.
Didn't you order it at 9:30?
I mean,
I thought he said
none of it's-
9:30.
buddy, none of this is adding up.
Wait, am I
It's like
wrong?
somebody brute force their way into the account. Is it more likely that somebody brute
Where's
force,
it at?
like they spent all day calling member after member after member of the customer support team to get this done? Or Could it be that you leaked your own order number and it was canceled easily through chat? Or could it be that you ordered 2 and then the terms of service, said, no, you can't have? Or could it be that you ordered it and then it turned out there was no inventory? No. It has to be this insane theory that Phil's providing no proof for whatsoever.
People have a new theory. They're saying it was Kat. It was Kat secretly.
It could be Kat that canceled it because she's like, if we don't have money to fix our toilet, we don't have money for 2 switches. And this is Joshua says here, it's like a child making up a story as they go.
Yeah.
That's what it is. This guy never mentally evolved past age 12. Or honestly, he might be stunted at like age 7 or 8, realistically.
Yeah, he's just a newborn baby.
They had been trying to do it for over an hour before they finally found the sucker who believed them. So probably they did this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times and kept backing out and trying again until finally they found someone stupid enough.
Wait, hang on.
But,
You're telling me one guy had the power to do this, but the other 8 didn't?
So here's what I'm saying, though. As I said at the beginning of the video, and people didn't understand why I was saying this, if they had that level of persistence, it wouldn't have mattered where Phil ordered it from. They would have tried every single one of them with this publicly available info and got it canceled.
Exactly.
So Phil, in effect, it's crazy. Like, nobody, I don't know, maybe they had this level of persistence, but I think all the other explanations are more likely.
But, that's crazy.
Okay? So here's the thing.
No, so you're telling me that all the Walmart employees, none of them were able to activate the reset password, which would go to your phone or your email, first of all, so it's already wrong. But one guy does have the ability? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, no, he's saying it's against the company policy to let somebody in without certain info, but that one person did it as a solid because they're like, okay, well, this person, they know the name, they know the address, they know the credit card number, they know, but apparently not the order number, even though Phil showed it on screen.
If you need the credit card number, you don't. You only know the last 4 digits.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense.
Is the problem with having customer support on the other side of the planet with people who don't understand shit, sitting in a call center, looking at a step-by-step instructional guide on how to help someone. Because they don't understand that people can actually do malicious things and mess with people's livelihood. Like, for example, thank God I got...
Wait, the Indians don't know that people... It's
Phil,
the land of the scammers. Like, what are you talking about? The Indians never know about these crazy... stop.
The account when I did, and I changed everything, they could have been adding things to my Walmart cart and checking out and spending my money.
Why didn't they then?
He said they did, though. He said they added stuff. He saw it real time.
But they didn't check it out? The thing is, though, the whole real time he saw them adding to the cart is a lie because you can't have 2 sessions from 2 different IPs open. And if the guy had changed the password, Phil would have been logged out. This is crazy.
Yeah, but now it never happened.
If Josh is still here, can Josh, does anything that Phil is saying make any sense?
Yeah, Josh.
Is this plausible?
He's here,
it might be plausible, but I don't think it makes sense. I don't think it's the most likely explanation.
Now I would have had to catch that and cancel all those orders before they ship, or else now I'm responsible for returning a whole bunch of shit that I didn't want to order, and I never authorized payment on.
Okay, but did you? But it didn't happen.
So I want you to think about how messed up this is. Okay. Now I am going to say something, and I've had enough of this shit. Okay.
Woo!
He's had enough of this shit. Okay, so Josh says social engineering is a thing. He's been hit by it before. But honestly, Walmart just cancels my fucking orders all the time without any reason. So here we go. Phil is angry, and we're now about to launch into the most unhinged rant I've ever seen Phil do.
Social engineering? I think I pissed really bad. Can we just pause for a second?
All right, hold on. Go piss. I'll read.